World's largest and most successful automaker once is facing a problem that threatens its future. In just 10 years, the corporation has gone from being at the top of its game to facing bankruptcy. Many in the business are wondering what went wrong and whether Toyota can recover. Once dominant in the auto industry, Toyota has fallen hard in recent years. It has gone from Toyota every day to Toyota hardly. How did the world's number one automaker go from market leader to bankrupt in less than a decade? If you want to know the answers, Tech Addicts is the only place for you. So let's look into that right away. Toyota has made two significant statements indicating that it has finally recognized that the future is electric. However, for the corporation that revolutionized manufacturing half a century ago, it may be too little, too late. The first announcement was that Toyota would create a dedicated EV platform following its failed half-hearted attempt with the bZ4X. Because the bZ4X shared its platform with gas and hybrid vehicles, Toyota's first purely electric product featured redundant components, resulting in substantially higher manufacturing costs compared to Toyota's clean slate EV competitors. According to the Japanese publication, the Asahi Shimbun, Toyota does not plan to introduce its EV lineup until 2027-28. At the current rate of global EV market share growth, Toyota will be lucky to keep a tenth of its 10 million unit market share in major markets in that time frame. The second statement made last week was that Toyota CEO Akio Toyoda will step down in April to make way for the company's next generation. "What I can't achieve, the new team can," he stated. "I must now take a step back to allow young people to begin the new chapter of what the future of mobility should look like." Akio Toyoda, the grandson of Toyota founder Kiichiro Toyoda, has faced a barrage of criticism in recent years for failing to recognize the world's shift to EVs while investing billions of dollars in white elephant technology such as hydrogen. Toyota spearheaded an industrial revolution that altered the world in the 1970s. After 50 years, the automobile behemoth has grown smug, taking its market domination for granted and generating a false sense of security. Toyota's machine that changed the world. MIT researchers wrote The Machine That Changed the World in 1991. The book was the outcome of a 5-year, $5 million research initiative to discover and comprehend key manufacturing characteristics that had allowed Japanese automakers to outperform their US and European rivals since the 1970s. The book presents a great history of automotive manufacturing, from Henry Ford's mass production through the lean manufacturing revolution that underpins modern advanced manufacturing worldwide. Engineering students are urged to read it. Sakichi Toyoda, the father of the Japanese Industrial Revolution, redesigned the loom and built companies to sell his discoveries. In 1937, Sakichi's son, Kiichiro Toyoda, started the Toyota Motor Corporation. In 1967, Kiichiro's cousin and mechanical engineer Eiji Toyoda became the company's president and developed lean manufacturing principles such as the just-in-time Kanban system, the Kaizen continuous improvement, and F5S organizational housekeeping with Toyota's chief engineer Taiichi Ono. These changes boosted innovation and productivity in the Japanese automotive industry and helped Toyota dominate the global vehicle market for 50 years. US and European car makers had to quickly learn and duplicate Toyota's manufacturing practices to survive. MIT studies helped them adapt and survive. Toyota may experience a disruption like the one it caused US and European car makers in the 1970s, but with one critical provision. Toyota may not survive the current disruption, unlike the US and European car makers, which survived the lean manufacturing revolution. The exponential expansion of electric vehicles and China's industrial change seem to have escaped Toyota's top executives. But now, the fast-changing automotive sector is one of the primary causes contributing to Toyota's decline. The market is changing toward electric and self-driving automobiles, and Toyota has been sluggish to adapt. Now we'll look at all the factors contributing to the decline of the company one by one. Competition. As more companies enter the market, Toyota has to deal with more competition and a drop in its market share. With the rise of electric cars and new technology, companies like Tesla and other startups are trying to get a piece of the market. This is making people change their minds about what they want to buy. Because of these changes, Toyota has had to adapt and spend money on research and development to make new electric and hybrid cars. The company has also tried out new plans, such as expanding into the ride-sharing market and developing technology for self-driving cars. But these efforts haven't yet led to a bigger share of the market because the competition keeps getting tougher. It's still not clear if Toyota will be able to get back its market share, but the company is taking the steps it needs to take to stay competitive. Toyota is getting ready to do well in changing the auto industry by putting money into new technology and looking into new markets. To learn more about the problems Toyota is facing, it is important to think about how consumer tastes are changing. Younger people, in particular, are becoming more interested in electric cars and other environmentally friendly ways to get around. Because of this, many traditional automakers are having a hard time meeting the needs of this new market. Also, the rise of ride-sharing and car-sharing services is shaking up the traditional car market. As these services become more popular, there is less need for people to own their cars, and this has hurt Toyota's market share. Quality. Recently, Toyota has not been able to touch the perfection. Toyota has had a lot of recalls in recent years. This has made people less likely to trust the brand. This has been a big problem for the business, which has been working hard to keep its reputation for quality and dependability. The recalls have been caused by several different things, such as faulty parts, software problems, and problems with the way the cars were made. These problems have not only made people less likely to trust the company, but they also have cost it money. In some cases, recalls have led to expensive repairs and payments to consumers who were hurt. Even with these problems, Toyota has taken steps to win back the trust of customers and keep its reputation for quality. The company has put more money into research and development, which has helped to make its cars better and more reliable. The company's also put in place new quality control measures and created a culture where everyone is focused on the customer. Toyota has been honest about the recalls and has taken steps to fix the problems at their source. The company has worked closely with suppliers and government agencies to figure out what the problems are and how to fix them. By doing this, the company hopes to stop problems like this from happening again in the future. Economic downturn. The recent downturn in the world economy has had a big effect on Toyota, which is one of the biggest automakers in the world. And this is because Toyota relies so much on the North American market. The financial crisis that started in 2008 caused people to spend less and buy fewer new cars, and this had a direct effect on Toyota's sales and income. North America was one of Toyota's biggest markets and brought in a lot of money for the company. Because people in this area spent way less money, there was less demand for new cars, which led to a drop in Toyota's overall sales and income. The company had to temporarily close down some of its factories and cut the number of people working for it. This made the company less efficient and less competitive. The global economic downturn led to fewer people buying new cars and a drop in the value of the US dollar, and this made it more expensive for Toyota to make and sell cars in other countries. The company had to raise its prices to cover the rising cost of making its products, and this made even fewer people want to buy its cars. Failure to innovate. Toyota's failure to come up with new ideas has been a major factor in the company's decline. Toyota used to be the biggest automaker in the world, but in recent years it's lost a lot of ground. Many things have led to the company's decline, but its inability to come up with new ideas has been a big one. The auto industry is always changing, with new technologies and ideas coming out all the time. If a company doesn't keep up with these changes, it could fall behind its competitors, and Toyota got into this situation because it was slow to start making electric and self-driving cars. Toyota's been slow to adopt technology that can drive itself. The company has been working on self-driving cars for a long time, but hasn't made a fully self-driving car yet. Other companies, on the other hand, have already released self-driving cars, which puts Toyota even further behind in the race to be the industry leader. In conclusion, Toyota's decline is in part due to its failure to come up with new ideas. To stay ahead in a business world that's always changing, companies must be open to new technologies and ideas. The way Toyota did things shows how important it is to stay ahead of the curve and change with the market. 50 years ago, Toyota led a revolution in manufacturing that helped it become the largest automaker in the world. It's hard to see how Toyota will stay in business during the electric car revolution. This is the hard truth that Koji Sato, the new CEO of Toyota, will have to face. What places will the new CEO take Toyota to? Will he be able to help Toyota in moving forward? Leave your thoughts below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel.